Hi, I'm Spence. Welcome to Man of the House. Today, we're going to talk about chicken Alfredo, keto style. So, what we have is people feel really restricted with what they're able to eat. And, no pizza, no tacos, all the things that we Americans love to eat. But on a ketogenic diet, most of those things won't work because they're just full of carbs. And like chicken Alfredo, it's the noodles that are killing you. So today I'm going to show you how to make chicken Alfredo using frozen cauliflower. What you'll need to start is 2 chicken breasts. And as you can see, I have 1 giant chicken breast. I'll show you how to make that into 2 slices. We'll need 1 cup of heavy whipping cream, 1 cup of Parmesan cheese, 2 cloves of garlic, a teaspoon of Italian seasoning, some parsley to garnish, salt and pepper to taste, and most key ingredient, extra virgin olive oil. What we have is a lot of extra fat, some things that we don't need, so we're just going to trim that up and clean it off and make it look really nice. Like we don't need all that. We don't need this right here. And turning it over, make sure that there's nothing kind of gross on there. This is kind of hanging off and it's got a vein on it, so I'm going to just trim that off. Now you can see we've got a pretty nice piece of chicken. I'll trim this off right here. Got a pretty nice piece of chicken that's ready to be divided into 2. So what I'll do is I'll put the thick side here so that my blade can run through it like this. I'm going to place my hand on top of it to keep it from moving. So here we go. And now we should have 2 chicken breasts, and they're thinner, so they'll cook easier. So before I wash my hands, this hand is clean. I'm going to pick up the salt, and I'm going to salt the chicken nicely. And this is not iodized salt. This is fine salt. It is not iodized. Both sides. And I'm gonna pepper, but not too much pepper. Some people don't like it. I like just a sprinkle. Both sides. All right. Now that's done, let's get over to the pan. Okay, here we are at the pan. Let's turn on the cooktop to about a 5. We're gonna let that heat up. Once that's hot, we'll do a water test to show it's ready to cook. All right, while that pan is heating up, we're gonna set this chicken aside and we're going to mince the garlic. I've got this handy dandy device right here. The garlic press. We're gonna put the garlic in here and press. And that's 2. That's all we need. That's ready to go. While we're waiting for that pan to heat up, let's talk about chicken safety. Chicken needs to be cooked to 165 degrees, according to the FDA. So an instant read thermometer like this one will help you know when you get there. I'm not going to cook it to 165. I'm going to cook it to about 160. The carryover cooking will bring it up to 165, and that'll be completely safe to eat. Okay, so I think the pan is hot enough, but let's test it with the water. We'll pour the water on, and if the water drops dance around, then it's ready. All right, so into the pan, we put about 2 tablespoons of olive oil, extra virgin if you got it. We'll let that get hot. Let's get some tongs, because I don't like touching raw chicken if I don't have to. Okay, what we want to do is we want to pick it up and we want to lay it in the pan away from us. That way if it splashes not on you, but away from you. Do the same thing with this one. Got a nice sizzle. So we'll let that cook for a little while. When it's done, on this side, it'll actually release from the stainless steel and you'll be able to flip it. when I push it like this, I can tell that it's still stuck to the pan. And so I know it's not ready to flip yet. Okay, it's been about 3 minutes. We're gonna see if we can begin to flip it yet. Let's pick this edge up. And yes, it released really easily. So just lay it down on this side. Same with this one. It's not really releasing, so it's not really done yet. It is on this side, but not on the thick side. Let's pick it up anyway. While that's cooking, get out a different and clean cutting board to rest the chicken on once it's done cooking. We've been cooking for about 8 minutes, and so I suspect especially this little chicken is going to be done. It's really thick right here, but really thin right here. And let's check. I bet this part is done. Yes, it's very close. And this part is not close at all. And this is more uniform in size, so it's going to be pretty much the same. We're not there with the chicken temperature, so it's got to keep cooking. Okay, because of the natural shape of chicken, this side is done and this side isn't, because this is really thick and this is thin. Same over here. So what I've done is I've propped this up on the edge of the pan so that it doesn't cook so much anymore, and we can focus all the effort down here on the thicker part. All right, it's 160, and so it's taken out to rest on the pan. In the meantime, we're going to take the garlic and we're going to throw it into this hot pan right here, and we're going to stir it around until it's a little bit aromatic. Just getting aromatic very quickly. And then we're going to add the heavy whipping cream. I'm going to stir that up. And what I've done is scraping lightly the bottom of the pan. All the fond has come off of the pan now and is into the sauce. And that's why it's a little bit brown. And now we're going to add the Parmesan cheese. Sprinkle it in there and stir. Sprinkle the rest of it. And stir. Once the cheese is combined with the cream, we'll add the cauliflower. This is frozen cauliflower, so it's going to need to cook for a minute, several minutes. I'll actually get a lid so it can keep some of the heat in. It's time to cut that chicken. The cauliflower is still cooking, so this is a perfect thing to do. I'm going to move it over to the other side of the kitchen because this is where I like to cut. So cutting chicken, it just presents better if you cut it at an angle like this. This is a little thicker. I'm going to let it rest just a little bit longer. All right, I'm back over here just stirring the cauliflower and the sauce, making sure it's getting cooked. It's looking good. This cauliflower is going to be so delicious. Back on and let it go. All right, now we're gonna see if it's fork tender. It is. That's nice. It's so good. Let me see. Let's give it a little taste. Mm. The last step is to add this Italian seasoning. Sprinkle it in there and stir it up. It's time to plate. Let's take it off the heat. Turn the cooktop off. Grab our plate and spoon. Serve it up right in the middle. A little extra sauce, never hurt anybody. All right, let's take it over to the chicken. If you get a little splatter on your plate, just wipe it off. Okay, let's take the chicken and put it on the plate. Me, I'm going to use this big spatula and help it with a fork. I'm going to lay the chicken down right across the top, just like this. Now let's try and make it look a little nicer by adding some parsley to the plate. Okay, it's the moment of truth. Is it good? And I can already tell you that it is, but here we go. I want a little bit of chicken. I want a little bit of cauliflower. It's so good. Rub it in that sauce. Mm. Mm. Yes, make this. Do this every day, at least once a week. Mm. So there you have it, a keto-friendly chicken Alfredo. It's so delicious. You'll want to do it all the time. Your family's going to love it. Your kids will love it. Your wife will love it. Your husband will love it. Your parents will love it. Make this for sure. And it's low carb. The highest carb thing in there is the cauliflower. Oh, wait, one more thing. One more thing. Hey, if you like this video, subscribe to the channel. That way you get the notifications the next time we send out a new cooking video. So as always, thanks for watching. And if you like this video, please hit the like button. That kind of thing really helps us out. All right, so you have it for dinner, but you could also make meal prep with it. Meal prep is important. You got to plan ahead to stay on track. You can't just show up at work and expect that you're not going to get hungry. You can prepare this meal ahead of time and you'll be ready when you're at work. We're going to slice it up. This chicken is so good. Now we just put the chicken into each of the daily lunches. There's 3 for each. There's 4 for each. And we got like one little treat for each. Now we've got some of this sauce. We don't want to waste it. It's so good. We want to use it all. So we'll put a spoon on top of each of the chickens. And that's it. You're ready for work.